just continuing my expert grid playthrough. This is going to be getting a load of strength spheres early and making quite a few of the characters extremely strong. So yeah, that's the aim of this playthrough. So now that I have just beat Lord Ochu off stream, I had to beat him a bunch of times to get HP spheres as the rare drop instead of MP spheres. Now, this is not an important part of it, I just like having the extra HP, but it's far from necessary. But anyway, I've got these 2 HP spheres, and you can just put those there. And as you can see here, everybody's got a small amount of HP. The starting amount, just Kimahri and Waka have got a little bit extra there from activating the extra node, but now we're just going to be able to substantially increase everybody's HP using both of those spheres, so that's pretty cool. Now the bonus of this as well is that it will raise, when you raise Yuna's HP, it will raise the HP of the Aeons as well. So you can see we're going to use these power spheres. Yuna's HP increases from 522 to 1182. Yeah, 522. Anyway, yeah, whatever. So that increases, and oh yeah, she's got the HP plus 10% on her armor, and then the Aeon's HP increases accordingly. So that's pretty cool. I'll need to do that for the other characters as well. So let's have a look. Okay, so going to raise everybody else's as well. Got that 300%. And that's that. Right. So the reason that I've kept everybody in the centre of the expert grid is just so that, one, they all get Lancet, which is very useful. And then the other thing is that I'm going to win the Blitzball game. I'm going to put a strength sphere in this particular node here, just behind where Kimahri's name is. And then these 3 empty spheres are all going to get transformed into strength plus 4 nodes when we get to the Thunder Plains and do the lightning dodging. So yeah, everybody's got a good chunk more HP now. That's pretty good. We're just going to be carrying on. So that's everything we need to do there, I think. And we're just going to carry on and go to Luca. That's everything. Huh. So you can buy things from here. If you want to buy any of this, you can get sensor weapons. I'm okay for them for now. Don't really feel the need. Don't need the HP or anything like that, so just going to stick with that. Okay.
Off to Luca at last. The matches start soon as we get there, so rest up on the way, yeah?
Okay, so we're just going to cross on the SS Licky? Is it SS Licky? SS Wiki? One of the two. I think it's... can't even remember, you know. But, yeah. Been a while since I played this game. Shame you can't sign Kyuri to your Blitzball team. It's a shame you can't, you know, sign players at all, really. Or at least punch Grav in the mouth so that he doesn't help. He doesn't play the darn game with you, because it's so frustrating, that thing. Right. So we got all this stuff anyway. You can speak to the goers. Can you get anything up? Get anything from these guys? I can't remember. I don't think so. Yeah, why do we? Probably because they're, you know, going to the same place. Anyway, so we got all this stuff. High potion, how exciting. Haha. Right.
Some.
Yeah.
Some.
Suppose we can.
They ask a fortune. Me business is in.
Never mind. Right, so just in case you want to oh, have I given him money already? I must have done.
Make it up. I'll make it up.
Let's just have a look.
Spare some change.
Oh yeah, okay, so I have given him already. That's cool.
Yeah.
Ha! Anyway. Get this bit sorted.
It might not mean much, but
Yeah, it doesn't mean much, but thanks anyway, yeah.
best to let him.
Right, so... There's Kimahri. The weird little singing. And there is an Arbed primer down here, but I've got all those already because I've done that from the previous saves where you can import all the Arbed primers and things like that. Just going to save it here because we've got the stupid little Jack Shot minigame which I absolutely loathe but unfortunately need doing. So yeah. Anything else for us to get? Ah yeah. Okay, so can't do that yet, can I not? Find out what we have to do to trigger that first. Must be something. It's weird how I can remember like really specific things, but there's another Arbed primer in here normally as well. I can remember some really specific things, but some of the little things that you can't remember how to trigger. So can I not do this? Nope. I guess not. Irritating little camera angle change there, never mind.
What y'all? Who are you?
I might have to get through this bit, that's why.
You know, one of the Besaid.
Oh, right.
Don't call him that.
But he is an idiot.
Oh.
They don't got what it takes to win the cup.
Well, they do now that I'm here.
Yes, they will win. He used to be the star player of the Zanarkand Apes.
Yeah, as if anyone lived in those ruins.
It's not ruins. There's a big city there. There is.
I got too close to Sin and...
There is a city, really.
Right, whatever your ladyship says.
Maybe you have to talk to Yuna. I think that might be it.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Being rude, and
Always being rude.
I do believe your Zanarkand exists. I really do, you know?
How come?
Why are they so weird? Never
So
mind.
Jack used to always tell me stories. It'd be great to see your home someday.
Jack was full of shit.
I'd love to go there.
Although in this instance, no,
Yeah.
he wasn't.
So, Yuna.
Right.
As if you did. Right, let me do this stupid minigame. Seriously, how'd you get that game started, honestly? I literally don't know. Maybe you shouldn't.
I
Yeah.
do believe your Xanarkand. I do believe your Xanarkand.
Your Kimahri's not going to say anything. How odd. Maybe you have to rest first, but I thought you could just do this game. If I miss this, I'm going to be well annoyed. So weird, why can I not remember how you start this stupid game? Where's Waka gone?
Well, you'll take the
Ah, yeah.
Relax.
I remember now.
But always. Anyhow, it's.
what?
Yeah.
What do you want me?
Yuna wants.
Oh yeah.
And who?
No,
Not mine.
it is.
I remember now. Bless Waka. Right, now let me do this stupid game. There you go. Oi. I really wish they'd added a skip cutscenes. Never mind. Anyway, this is important to do because Tita starts at level 2, almost level 3 in Blitzball. So you can't equip any techniques with him at the start of the game versus the goers. But if he completes one action in the first half, then at halftime you can equip Sphere Shot, which allows you to use 90 hit points to try and increase his shooting and give him a better chance of scoring. But if you complete this part of it, then he gets the Jet Shot instead, and Jet Shot is amazing because it takes out 2 players straight out of the game, completely ignores their block and attack and everything else, just takes them out.
You can't do it, kid. But don't worry,
And then
my boy.
wham,
You're not
adds 5 onto your shooting as well. It's virtually a guaranteed goal,
else can do it. I'm the best.
and gives you a bit of an edge versus the goers, makes them a little bit easier to beat because otherwise they can be a pain in the neck. It's always good to have that in your pocket for a goal. So we've got to do this. Memory appears in the upper left, press up and A.
You can't. No one else can. No one. You can't do it. No one else. No one else. No one else can do it. You can't do. You can't do it, kid.
That should have been alright. Boom. Check shot. Read. What makes Tidus a really good forward in Blitzball,
Yeah,
which is
right.
good because you don't have to pay him at least. Even if he would be the most expensive player by far.
Doesn't have a name.
Show us.
Mm. It is pretty cool though. Mm. Star player of the Zanarkand Apes.
That was the eject shot, wasn't it?
How do you know that?
Sir Jekt showed it to me when I was a child.
Anyway, just gonna skip through all this bit.
He
Well,
called
if I
it
could
the
skip through it.
Sublimely magnificent Jekt shot Mark III.
Stupid. You know what? There is
See,
no
really, it should be
Mark
called
1 or Mark
the
2,
Jet.
you know?
It should be called the Jet Shot
My
Mark
old
III,
man
and
said
then
the
Jet
name
Shot
Mark
2 should
III
actually be
was
called
just
Jet
something to
Shot
hook
Mark
the crowd.
4 then. But you know,
He said they'd
never
come
mind.
back every night.
Jet Shot 2
expecting
is
to see Mark
absolutely
1
ridiculous.
and
It
Mark
takes
2.
999 HP to
Man,
use.
They really did
It takes
come
out
back.
3. It takes out
I used
3
to
defenders,
get so mad.
and it puts invisible shot on it at the end, which is like guaranteed invisible shot at the end of it, which is actually a guaranteed goal. So, yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
Is he alive, you think?
I don't know. But Sir Jekt was my father's guardian.
So he's famous here, too?
Yeah. So,
Yep.
if anything happened
Come
to
on.
him, I should think word would get around fast.
Uh-huh.
What would you do if you found him?
I never noticed
knows?
Dato trying and missing the
I
jet
thought he
shot in the
died 10
background.
years
That's
ago.
well cool. Fun
Well,
game.
I'd probably
Good
just
little
smack him
detail.
after
Yep,
everything
see,
he put
told you.
Mom and me through. And
Yeah.
because he was famous, I was always... Well, you should
What a
know,
pain.
Yuna. Your father's famous too. Everyone in Spirit
Mhm.
knows him, right?
Hmm.
Ain't it tough?
It is hard to follow in his footsteps as a summoner,
Sure.
but the honor of having a father like him surpasses all that, I think.
Well, there wasn't much to honor about my old man, that's for sure.
You shouldn't
Yeesh,
say that about
gosh.
your father.
I got the right.
I guess you
Not sure
do.
if he was a douchebag.
Ow!
Show me that move again.
Yo!
Mhm.
I didn't think my old man
Yo.
would come to Luca. He never did like watching other people play. But I couldn't help feeling something bad was gonna happen. And these feelings of mine are usually right. Sure, I had told Waka I'd help him win the...
Okay, so that's got the jet shot anyway. So we can save that there. And then on we go. This is some cool cutscenes as well with the Luca ones. Looking forward to that. Okay, so just gotta wait for all this bit.
This would be cop number 2, all the way from High Summoner Ohala.
This is funny as well, where Tita starts talking smack. Always funny.
Yes, Baba, they're gonna be pulling X. Our next
Except they kind of suck.
well, they're a living, breathing. That's right. In 23
Yep.
Best of luck.
Right. Moving right on. Here they are. They've got power. They're an all-round first class.
Okay, so the goers, pain in the neck. So the thing about the goers, I did a video about this on YouTube already that you can watch, and basically Grav is really good, and both of the forwards have good shooting, but and the defenders are pretty decent, but not amazing, but pretty good. But there are ways to beat them, so I'll be trying to put those into effect and beat them in that first game and get the strength sphere. And if not, you can always have it saved beforehand, and then, you know, go from there. So there's a couple of things that we want to pick up while we're in Luca, though, which are important. Namely, there's a magic sphere and another HP sphere that we want to be getting. Maybe an MP sphere as well.
Stop right there, goers.
Stop right there, goers.
You guys are smart, because this year, us Aurochs are taking the cup.
Yeah, seems like. Well,
We sure stood out, though. We were on the sphere. We were. Maester Micah is here.
Already?
The number 3 dot.
What's up now?
Maester Micah has arrived, that's what.
Micah? Maester?
Maester Micah is the leader of all the peoples of Spira. He's come all the way from Bavel. The tournament is being held to honor his 50 years as Maester.
50 years? Shouldn't he be, retired by now?
Hey, mind your mouth now.
Let's all go see him.
why? Why would you want to see an old dude? It's supposed to like seeing the Pope, but like, is that really an exciting thing to be worried about? Not really. Alright, so there's a couple of chests around here somewhere. I don't think it's this dock, but I just want to double check because you don't want to miss any. Looks like Shami. Is that Shami? Shame you can't. Alright, okay. Yeah, shame you can't sign Blitzball players, like I said already, but never mind. Just skip through these cutscenes. Where are we going? How about a nice cutscene? Not actually much gameplay wise that you need to do around here. I just ran the wrong way, didn't I? Oi oi oi. Oi oi oi.
Can't see a
Oh, big
thing.
yawns. Eesh. Seymour looking like a complete tool, as always. Spoilers, he's a bad guy, just in case you weren't aware.
That's a Guado, right?
Who could it be?
Isn't that Maester Seymour?
Okay. So yeah, old dude and a blue dude.
People of
How
Spira,
exciting.
I thank you for your generous welcome.
Yeah.
Rise, Maester Seymour, and all of you as well. I present to you the son of Maester Giskel Guado, who departed for the far plain a fortnight past. As
Yeah,
some of
why
you
did he? I
already
wonder.
know, he
Anyway,
has
we'll
been
see.
officially ordained a Maester of Yevon.
How exciting.
I am Seymour Guado. I am honored to receive the title of Maester. In life, my father Giskel worked to foster friendship between man and Guado. I vow to carry on his legacy and to fulfill my duties as Maester to the best of my abilities.
How exciting.
You too. Bow your head. Really psychs you up, yeah?
Okay, okay.
All right, last meeting before the match.
So, yeah. Right, so, ton of stuff to do in Luca. Not a lot of it that we actually need to do yet. Just go around collecting a few things. Save it again so I don't have to watch the cutscenes. Yes, thank you. Okie dokie. Oh. No fun.
Where's Waka?
At the match. We had to play the year before that. Well, we would.
Get Waka.
We're playing the Albeds. That's right. We got seeded.
Why? Why would they get seeded if they lost like every game all the time? That makes no sense. Oh, do I have to do a tutorial? I want to do a tutorial. Alright, cool. Ready to hear that Blitzball music again? Do, 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 do. Right, so. Yeah. Why are we saying things without saying anything?
There you are.
Why did I just yawn because a video game character yawned? That's bizarre. How many Orans could there be, really?
Hey! You come.
Hey!
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Waka. You're stiff, man. No, not your face. Just breathe out. Relax.
Okay.
Like this. Just breathe. Yeah.
Don't know why that's so hilarious, but you know, never mind.
Huh?
Sir Orin was all. So. Let's go now.
It didn't even occur to me to think that and the one that I knew, I don't know why, but I.
Well, I mean.
Hey, Albed Sykes, right? Some Albed saved me the other day. This girl Riku gave. You don't understand me, do you? Anyway, if you meet Riku, tell her. Oh, and as for.
Well, yeah, because all their best players must be in the kidnap. It's the only explanation for how the regular Aurochs could actually score past Nimruk. I suppose Waka possibly could. I think in the cutscene you actually see that it's a different keeper. I'm not 100% sure, but it would make sense. Because you're never scoring past Nimruk. It's hard enough to score past him anyway, you know what I mean? There is... There's a few things. Yeah. There's an Albed thing somewhere as well. Primer down here usually, or down somewhere. Definitely one somewhere. Right, we're just going to run around the docks, grab all the things on the docks because that's where the spheres that we want are. We need to make sure we got those. What else has he got? Stunning Steel can be pretty cool. They're all like kind of cool, but like I don't really need them.
Welcome.
Don't need items, that's no need. And Gil there, always good. Tidal Spear, also good. Water Strike if you ever need that. That's Nidus. Can't sign him just yet. So that guy Nidus, if you're really struggling with the Albed Sykes, he can be a good option to get, because even though he's insanely slow, he has really good endurance. And if you get him to level 3, then he has Napshot 2 already learnt, and that puts the Keeper to sleep 70% of the time, which is fantastic. So, really good. Couple of Phoenix Downs. I think that's about it for here. Alright, Kiri. Calm down. Pretty sure that's Kiri. Oh, it's her sprite anyway. Is that a chest at the back there? Nope. Nothing here. One of the docks definitely has some like hidden little items. There's a little bit around the back, one of the docks, and that's where you get the couple of stat spheres. Zev Ronso's here usually as well. I'll be getting him after the tournament. Ah, there he is, Zev. Yeah. So you can sign him after the tournament, which is brilliant. He's really, really good. Anything around here? No. I think they're around the back here. This little pathway. Ta-da! Right. Magic Sphere. HP Sphere? Yeah. Cool. That Magic Sphere we want to use near the Ara spells. So that Yuna and Lulu can both get those. Now we've grabbed all that stuff. I know I keep harping on about it, but if only you could buy, like, sign 1 or 2 players. Even if there was a limit on just, like, 1 player, so you could get Zev or just Jamal. And actually have a good keeper. Instead of keeper who is absolutely dreadful. And there's Shami.
I'm sorry. Hey, let's go.
You're...
How? How would she be famous? Doesn't even make sense. Anyway, whatever.
I hope we don't...
Yuna!
Huh? What was that?
In Zanarkand, we do this to cheer on Blitz players.
Do you really?
You try it too. Put your fingers in your mouth like this.
Like... this?
Not like
I can't do that.
This. Then you just blow.
Right, so might as well start talking about the Blitzball and the main things that we need to do with it. So it's not working yet. Just put your lips together and blow. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, do we have anything else to do? I don't think we do. There's Jamal sat on the bench.
I thought every town would.
Towns don't... Because...
Anyway, so yeah, I was just about to say, we're going to discuss the tactics that we use in Blitzball. So unfortunately, you have to play the players in the default position, and you can't sign anybody beforehand either. So yeah, it's a bit tricky, but you can win the game. It's best to just spend the first half leveling stuff up, leveling your players up rather. Make sure that Tidus completes a pass. So that,
well, there are more buildings.
oh, excuse me, very tired today. So that he gets to level 3. That's probably one of the most important things, and then you can spend the rest of the time just passing between Dato and Bota, because they what else have we got? Anything interesting? +3s, nothing major. Anyway, let's try and find Oren. But yeah, so basically with Blitzball, what we want to do is get Tidus to complete an action so that he reaches level 3, and then try and pass between Bota and Dato so that they can both reach level 3 as well. What that does is it gives Dato a small boost to his stats and lets him equip Nat Shot, which raises his shot if you get an opportunity to shoot with him in the second half, and also it lets Bota reach level 3 and equip a tech, and he already knows Venom Tackle, so that gives you a much better chance of being able to tackle the forward on that side in the second half. So yeah, that's useful. But the other main thing is that you want to keep the ball away from Grav and the rest of the goers as much as possible. So if you either get a bit lucky and they get the ball first but don't score, or if you get the ball first, you try and keep it for the whole of the first half. Maybe, oh wow, sucker punch, bitch. And then, oh dear, that's rude. Anyway, yeah, so you keep the ball away from the goals for the first half, level up your players, equip Jet Shot at half time, use that to score, and then when Waka comes on, he has Venom Shot, and he's a pretty decent player, so you can get him the ball and score as well. So that's what we're going to be trying to do. Yeah, so we've got the Blitz Sphere filling up first. Watch these cutscenes, and then we'll save at the last opportunity, just in case I need to be able to reload if I do lose, because if you get a bit careless or if you just get unlucky, then you can definitely lose, because at the Blitz-offs you can have the opponent get the ball, and because Grav is so much better than your players and Keeper has such terrible catch and their strikers have good shot, it can happen that you just get unlucky with the encounters, or you just don't win the ball back and that one of them scores, and there's very, very little you can do about it. So who knows. Although, I honestly can't tell you how the regular Aurochs without Tidus beat the Albed anyway. Especially because that looks like it's Beric. And Beric's really good. But who knows? That's not for us to question. Plot armor and all of that. Off they go. Waka's pretty decent, to be fair. There's a reasonable shot with Venom Shot, at least.
Kimahri!
Yeah. Uh-oh. How many Guardians? And they all managed to lose in.
Yuna's been kidnapped in exchange for her safe return. If they're only Blitzball player, but we shouldn't take chances.
I'm going too. This'll be no... They're telling the Aurochs to throw... I mean, how good...
Waka's. He'll take care of the game. The Albed boat is... Let's go.
Anyway. Can fight these things for high potions, the Machina that are on the docks if you wish, but don't really feel the need. Don't think there's anything down that other path other than Albed Primer, so I'm not that fussed about that, because they'll already have gone in this game anyway. So where are we trying to get to now? Other way. Other way, should have known. Other way. I think there's a safe sphere around the other side anyway, actually, but never mind. Uh-oh. Ow. That would be, you know, relatively painful. Were it not for the fact that we've got 600 more HP than we should do, which is why it's cool. Can't really overkill these things, so I suppose you could if you probably used focus or something like that a few times with Lulu, but not really with it. Although you do get the X potions and high potions, things like that. X potions are a rare drop, so that's quite fortunate there. So you can fight a bunch of these things if you actually want to, not necessarily for the experience, but just for the high potions. Not a bad idea. But yeah, don't really feel the need right now, so I'm not going to bother. She is a good skill. Okie dokie. I do need to get Tidus's overdrive gauge filled. I'll just do that. Unless I've gone too far already. Oh no, we're okay. Get a few kills there, so just take 2 more for Kimahri and wonder how much it does if you just do regular damage. Should be about 200 because you're not overkilling anyway, so alright, so like I say, I just want to get the overdrives filled.
The Albed works.
Yes, they were. I'll let Tidus kill both of these. Ooh! Nice crit. 2 HP. Right, so that's Tidus' gauge filled. Nice. We've got another X potion there as well.
The Aurochs are keeping the...
How are they when all of their defenders are like average to poor? I'll tell you the funniest thing, probably the funniest thing I've seen on a Blitzball thread As there was somebody on the game FAQs board who once argued that Letty was better than Brother as a midfielder. That was funny. Shout outs to you, whoever you were, complete dumbass. That was fun.
How? Let's.
Really funny. Alright. Save that because I've got overdrive gauge filled. Don't really need Kimahri's overdrive for this, so. Alright. This thing's a bit of a pain, but never mind. First things first. A bit of haste going. So the idea is to use Thunder on the crane a couple of times. Oh, I think it's 3 times. And then it'll actually move. And again, we've got an absolute ton of HP. So it doesn't really matter about its attacks. Tidus use Cheer. I should be able to kill it pretty easily. No point really using that since how it's immune, but you know, never mind. Now hopefully this should work. Rip off a chunk of this thing's HP. And then we'll be able to finish it off for an overkill. The limit. Overdrive, whatever. Called limits in virtually everything else. Oh dear. Oh, poor thing. Overkill, please. Thank you. Winner. Yay. Right, so now we get Yuna back. Elixirs, metal armlet, all good. What's that going to be? Defense plus for Kimahri, that's pretty good.
A little.
Silly Albed.
What is it?
There were these Albed that saved my life when I first came to Spira. They took me on their ship. They even gave me food. I was kind of hoping that this was the same ship. But it's not. I wonder if they're all gone.
What happened?
It really looks like the same
Sin
ship.
came up near us. I made it out okay, but I don't know what happened to their ship.
Was there anyone called Sid on that ship?
I don't know. They were all speaking
Who
that
knows?
Al-Bed language.
I see.
So who's Sid?
He's my uncle, but I've never actually met him.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so that means you're Al-Bed too, Yuna?
On my mother's side, yes. Sid is my mother's brother. He became distant after my mother married. But she told me to seek him out if I ever needed help.
You're worried he was...
Don't tell Waka about Yuna's lineage. The thing about Waka, he never had much love for the Al-Bed.
Whoa! I gotta tell Waka.
I thought I told you not to tell Waka.
The game!
Oh!
The game, oh my days. Anyway.
30 seconds left. The Aurochs are launching an all-out offensive. A long pass from Lenny. It goes through. He shoots.
Yeah, so you can see that clearly wasn't Nimbrook, so they got some terrible backup goalie. That must be how the Aurochs managed to win. Maybe it's the only goalkeeper worse than keeper.
We won! We did it!
I put brother in net to deliberately lose some games, so you can see that in one of the Blitzball videos as well, about winning a league or about winning the sigil.
I know I could... You're the one who told Waka. And I don't think Waka would ever...
You don't...
Okay. Right, so anyway, we got to go and play the Blitzball match. And hopefully win this one. But we'll see. Waka getting absolutely pasted. No good. How would you hit somebody that hard underwater? That'd be pretty tricky. You ever tried to punch something underwater? It's difficult. Anyway.
Lady, are you?
All this... I'm sorry.
Hey.
Don't go near Al.
I'll bet our trouble. Alright, anyway. So we're just going to leave Yuna with 2 guardians, even though she got kidnapped while she had like 3 or 4 of us around. But yeah, whatever. Can I grab the sigil yet? No. Alright, I'm pretty sure you get another opportunity to save, but just in case. I forget.
Please, don't...
She said loudly and within earshot of Waka. Anyway. Dude.
The game starts soon. No time for warm-ups. Ready?
Let me at him.
All right. I got something to tell you boys. After this game, I'm retiring.
Well, this game isn't... Well, I was going to say this game's no fun, but it actually is kind of fun. If you like the challenge of trying to win.
Win or lose.
Because afterwards, if you sign the correct players, then Blitzball's never difficult again, apart from against the Al-Bed. And there are ways to beat them anyway, so...
We're here, we might as well win.
Might as well win, yeah? So I'm going to be playing a tournament or two as well. Am I in the bench? Funny.
I'm warming the bench. He's taking my place.
All right. You can sometimes score in the first half, actually. Tidus does have high enough shooting, and he has just about high enough in endurance to be able to survive an encounter, but it's actually much easier if you use Letty to drag people out of position.
On the sphere.
Her figure is ridiculous. Oh, faceplant into a knockers. Yeah, all right.
You really gave it your all, didn't you?
Bless. Anyway.
All right, boys.
Yeah. I really wish there was a save before here, but never mind.
But who could have a championship? Our legend,
This looks.
Does it really? Well, hopefully it does. Oh look, I know that guy. I know that guy. Cool character. Everybody loves Orin. Cool character. Do 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 do. Very synchronized swimming there. What a numpty. Schoolboyed. Schoolboyed. Oh, she thinks it's funny. Oh, idiots. Why are all the girls defenders? That's weird. Well, I suppose they're not. Velutra's a forward and she's a girl. Yeah. A lot of the default defenders on the teams are women. Like both the Ronsos are. Kulakan is. I think Deem is as well. Anyway. Right, so Letty gets the ball first of all. How do I change the thing? Ah, there you go. I couldn't remember which button it was. No more. Right, so we've got it on manual. This is exactly what we need. So we got the ball first. We get the ball to Bota. And then we're just going to draw people out of position a little bit. Keep it out of the way from Grav. Should be able to get the ball to Datto. Right, okay, so now this is what we want. So you want to keep Datto away from Grav. That's the important thing. Okay, so you can always break to Bixen. No worries. And he has terrible pass, but he has enough to be able to get the ball a short distance. Like here, and then we want to be able to pass with Letty before Grav gets in on the action. Now that's what we actually want. So again, you can always break to Abus. And then we just want to get Tidus the ball and have him complete a pass. And that's the important thing. Now Tidus has like a really lame pass as well. So we want to draw Grav out of the way. And then pass the really short distance to Jasu. And then this is what I want. I want to be able to get Grav to follow them out of the way. And then pass away from him. 7 pass should be able to get that across the Bota. And out of the way of Grav. Right, brill. So then we just draw like this. And hopefully should be good for the rest of the half. So if I can get far enough away from Grav that he doesn't get involved, which it looks like I have done, then it should be good to go. Right, so every time when you get it like this, this is what you want. So you get Bota passing to Dato, and Bixen's block isn't high enough to stop the pass going that short distance, and his attack isn't high enough to break through Dato ever. So they can just complete a load of passes and get to level 3. And because Tidus has completed a pass as well, he will get to level 3 as well. So this should be absolutely perfect. There's no point really trying to get Jasu to level 3 because he doesn't have any techs. Oh, I just messed up. I should have broken to thingy. Oh, never mind. Should still be alright. Yeah, got away with one there. Wasn't paying attention because I was trying to commentate at the same time. Yeah, so anyway. So, past the Dato. We're just going to keep doing this until time's nearly up. And then, once I've done that, and they've got enough to be leveled up, I'll try and score with Tidus. If possible. And the way I'll do that is I'll try and draw them out of position. And go from there. Alright, so I'll just do like 1 or 2 more passes. And then I'll try and score. You don't have to try and score, you can just keep doing this for the entire half. Yeah, so even if he gets a hand on it, he's never good enough to actually do anything about it. Right, so now I'm going to get Bota to draw Grav out of position. I'll try to anyway. Right, so Grav is following me now, which is what I want. And now we should be able to get enough space, pull the defender away from Tidus. And hopefully it'll be alright. Right, let's try this then. I should have just enough time to get a shot off. Need to draw that defender in. Dato's got a much better chance of scoring from there actually, so try that. Oh, didn't leave enough time. Oh well. Never mind, but anyway, that's how you would try and score if you'd left yourself a bit more time. So we go in at 0-0. I forgot how long it takes to actually score, but never mind. We should be alright. Right, brill. So, you see all their technique slots increase there, so that's going to be useful. Zone defense, yeah. Right, so now we can equip some techs. We've got the jet shot there. Dato gets snapshot, which is useful. And Bota gets venom tackle. And keep your socks. Yeah, so Grav's like a lot better than your players, which kind of sucks, but going to put Bota on Grav in case I ever want to use Mark mode and try and get him to Venom Tackle Grav. Pretty much depends who gets the ball here, and then we'll have to try and score with Tidus and then score with Waka if the worst happens and they actually, you know, manage to keep the ball and everything else, which they would normally will because Grav's a pain in the neck. So yeah, so I got a bit unlucky there. Well, no, I got about reasonable there. So but Grav can normally get through pretty much whatever he wants. And he's got very high pass and everything else. So now though, Bota does have Venom Tackle. So the odds are in my favour. But even that being the case, obviously you can see there, I got very unlucky with that tackle. So they're probably going to score now. Yeah, they're going to score. Oh well. And that's what happens sometimes, you just get unlucky. And there's not a lot you can do about it. So then I had everything in my favour for that one against Bota, but then I got really low roll. So it can be up or down 50% either way for your defending stats. And there's just not really a lot you can do about that. So, but the thing that's different now is that Tidus has Jet Shot. So if I can stay away from the two defenders, I should be able to score. Right, so I've got 4 people on me. I can ignore these 2, and then that one block is virtually nothing, so I don't have to worry about that. So it'll be 16 shot against 9 block. Well, 1 block and... Whoa, that's no good. Took out the wrong people, that's kind of a problem. Right, so they're able to save my eject shot, which is a bit of a problem because it took out the wrong person's block. That was irritating. What did I miss there? Oh well. I'll have to try and get the ball back and then score with Dato instead. But yeah, sometimes this is just how it goes. Like, you just get a little bit unlucky. Like, Grav had elite defense on there, and that meant that I couldn't get away with him, get away from him with Letty. Right, so they'll drop the ball. I should get that to hopefully Bota. Okay. Ah, except he's way up the field for some bizarre reason. Right, so that's gone to Letty. Where the hell is Dato? He's all the way over there. Right, so this is not going very well. I think it's at 3 minutes that Waka comes in. Yeah. So now I'll just have to try and score with one of either Waka or Dato. And then if we can force overtime, we can win from that. So we'll see. But yeah, sometimes you just get a bit unlucky. So we've got Waka coming in. That elite defense for Grab is a problem as well. Because it means that you can get into encounters from a further distance, so you can't like keep your distance from him quite as much. Anyway, so we've got Waka coming on. No idea how Dato got so far out of position as well. If he was in his regular position, then I could have passed to him and scored, but never mind. Anyway.
Say, he's leaving.
I'll have to watch that back and see how it ended up with the person having 8 block. Actually trying to tackle Tidus. Because it would normally take out the 2 top attacking players, which is really bizarre. Should have taken out the 2 defenders and then left the person with really poor block. But it didn't seem to do that, so... Anyway, even though the game clock never stops in Blitzball, somehow it has done here. For a substitution, so Waka goes in.
It really was the Oryx and Waka show after all.
Now, Waka has good enough HP to be able to use Venom Shot and a good enough attack that he will shot that he will normally score as well. So, let's have a look. If you can get him clean through on goal, then he'll normally score. So, and he has decent endurance as well, I think, if I remember. Now, I'm not sure if you automatically get the ball back on the blitz off. You might not, but we'll see. Anyway, this is the annoying thing about when you have to replay this game. You've got to replay all the cutscenes as well. But it is worth it for that strength sphere, so I'm definitely going to do it because it's an integral part of the being overpowered. Let's have a look. Oh, and they get the ball, of course they do. Yeah, so sometimes you just get unlucky and like there's very little you can do about it, but you just have to see how it goes. See, like there I had 5 attack and I only took 3 off him, so now it's not possible for Waka to win the ball. It's a bit irritating if you get unlucky against the team that's already very clearly superior to you. But we'll have Bixen versus Bota here, and as before, I'll still heavily in my favour to win this. But again, I get a low roll, so yeah, so I mean that's what happens sometimes. You can't really win because you just get unlucky on all of the encounters. But there's no way of avoiding that, so you just have to deal with it. Never mind. Right, so we'll have to very quickly try and score 2. And see if Letty can pass to Datto. Ah, what? See, sometimes it just takes the mick, so. Right. Grab those a pass. Right, so it's not possible for us to win this one. So I'm just going to have to soft reset on that. Right, so if that happens and you just get extremely unlucky all the time, don't get disheartened about it because there's very little else you can do about that. As you can see, I lost 2 encounters that were 2-on-1 versus Grav, and even though the only thing I did wrong was not leave myself enough time to shoot at the end of the first half, they scored twice and there was absolutely nothing I could do about it either time. I lost 2 encounters that were 13-12 in my favour with Bota on Bixen as well, so sometimes you just can't do anything about it. So what I'm going to do is I will play that offline as well, see how many times it takes me to win that game. It probably will just be the once more, and then we'll see after that. So I will be back after I have beaten the goers and got that strength sphere. And I'll see you all shortly. Please like, comment and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you.